Welcome in everyone, including Terry, to Life Without Limits, where there are no limits to what you can achieve. I am thrilled to have everyone who's watching as a return visitor, everyone who's listening. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to my podcast. My intention in Life Without Limits is to help you live your best life. And in doing so, I bring on seriously guests of the highest quality, and they are so gracious to agree to be on the show. Today's guest is Terry Maluk. Did I get that right? Okay.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Now, I'm going to read her bio so I don't mess this up, but Terry is truly a gifted speaker, author, and stress relief specialist. A member of the American Holistic Nurses Association. Woohoo! Terry Maluk holds a Master of Science degree in Public Health, is an accredited, certified emotional freedom techniques tapping, woohoo, practitioner and registered yoga teacher through Yoga Alliance. Her extensive experience working with nurses and other professionals, combined with her joy in helping others, led her to write her first book, which we are going to talk about today, that I am thrilled to help her promote, RX for RNs, a must-read for anyone feeling stressed and facing burnout. So this is not just for the medical profession, but I am just absolutely so thrilled to meet you in person, Terry. We've met in person previously on our mentor, Greg Wiener's mentoring group sessions. So now we get to talk one-on-one. So Terry, I'm so excited to have you on, but how did you first hear about EFT tapping? What brought you into this wonderful healing technique?
And it is a wonderful world, right? So the short story is my sister-in-law in Canada introduced me to EFT tapping. But this story requires a little bit of history. I had been working in a very stressful profession for long enough that I was suffering from the effects of chronic stress. I was having trouble sleeping, so always exhausted. I was getting really bad low back pains. I started getting headaches and migraines. And at first I didn't even realize that these were stress-related symptoms. So once I realized that, I started learning yoga, went to yoga teacher training, learned meditation, learned some breathing techniques that help calm the body and mind. And that's where my sister-in-law comes in. She had signed up for one of the big online tapping summits. And she thought I might be interested because of my back pain and my migraines. So I watched a few of those videos and I thought, this tapping thing is just a little strange. And so then I just kind of forgot about it for like almost a year. So then I picked it back up again. So yeah, that's how I first learned about it. My dear sweet sister-in-law, Roseanne, in Manitoba in Canada.
Wow. I like what you said about this tapping thing seems a little strange.
Right?
I think that's everyone's reaction when they are first introduced, or most people's anyway. So did it help you with your migraines and your back pain, or was that yoga? What did you do for that?
You know, I developed my very own stress relief toolbox. And I used a little bit of everything. And I have to say, though, that EFT tapping became the foundation and the cornerstone of everything else I practice. I incorporate it with the other techniques. It's just that awesome.
Wow, it is. It is. So what motivated you to learn more about EFT?
Well, as I was getting involved in different forums and learning more about stress relief, in that world, I started hearing a little bit more about EFT tapping. So I practiced a little, got some surprising relief. I signed up, because of that, I signed up to take the AMAT levels 1 and 2 EFT training with one of Gary Craig, the EFT founders, one of his original masters. And I liked it so much, I took it with the same courses with another one of his masters, and ended up taking level 3 with Craig and Alina, our mentors. So yeah, and I'm so happy that I've learned from different people, because it gives you kind of a good all-around balanced way of seeing how other masters, practitioners use EFT. And I think learning EFT was truly the beginning of my journey as a stress relief specialist. Once I realized how powerful that all these tools are, and using EFT as the backbone, I wanted to help others learn how to take care of themselves so that they could reduce the impacts of stress like I did.
Fantastic. And we both know, being so in love with EFT and tapping, how useful it is for stress relief.
Yeah.
It seems almost too simple sometimes.
Right. Yes.
To have a tool that has very little, if any, side effects, that can be done quickly, that can release whatever stress happens in our lives. I just think it is a marvelous tool, and I thank Gary Craig every day for creating it. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular story of how EFT has worked in your life?
Wow, there are a lot of stories for sure. I think it has had the most impact on me by helping me eliminate, not just control, but eliminate my migraine headaches.
Oh.
The first time I ever tried to use tapping on a migraine, I was on vacation and we were in the grocery store, no less. And I was reaching for a cantaloupe, and all of a sudden I got that visual aura.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people have that.
Right.
Like 10 minutes before the pain, I start getting these patterns in front of my eyes. And in fact, it's just one eye for me. And sometimes it literally blocks part of my vision.
Right.
So that started happening. And I put that cantaloupe right down, and I stood up, and right there in the grocery store, I'm tapping. And I tapped through all the points about, okay, body, I hear you. I know you're trying to tell me something. You know, I went through all the points. I did the tapping. And I didn't care if anyone saw me or not. I did not want a 2-day migraine while I was on vacation.
Right.
And it worked. That was the first time I tried it. Everybody says it should work. And it did. So the worst that happened was I had a very slight pressure at the base of my skull for about 35 minutes. And then it stopped. It was gone. It never, what I call bloomed, you know, it never got real bad. I was astounded. You know, I knew that it would work, but I didn't trust, you know.
It's hard until you actually experience it.
Yep. And I had the same thing happen another time, when the next time I got the migraine, about 6 months later, I got the visual aura, and I just went and sat down and did the tapping all the way through, and there was not even a hint of pain. And I haven't had another one try to come up since.
Wow,
so
that's fabulous.
That's huge in my life. You know, you're not taking 2 days out of your life. Yeah.
Well, even with tapping on all the points, and I would like you to demonstrate that for everyone so they can see. For anyone out there who may not be familiar with emotional freedom techniques, I can't imagine who that is, but I know there are some people.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I enjoy about it too is because it's based in Chinese medicine. I don't know what your understanding is, but I see it as opening up blocked qi. Since qi breath, qi is our life force, according to traditional Chinese medicine. Excuse me. I see it as removing whatever the blockage is in our bodies that's causing us the discomfort. And you, because you are a nurse, you can talk about physical pain. You can talk about migraines, and myself as a therapist, I can talk about negative beliefs, negative emotions. It really seems to unblock that blockage in our energy system, in the electrical pathways known as meridians. Terry, would you be kind enough to demonstrate EFT for anyone who isn't familiar with it?
Sure, absolutely. a couple things. Number one, I'm not a nurse. I'm
Oh,
a
okay.
member of the American Holistic Nurses Association, for which you don't have to be a nurse, but helping nurses to practice holistically.
Okay.
And second, let's see, well, we'll get to that later, but let's just go through the basic tapping points and the process.
Yes.
So it is East meets West, right? We're using these energy lines, and we're stimulating them while talking about a problem. Same as cognitive behavioral therapy, basically, or exposure therapy. And some of these lines are on the side of the hand, the fleshy part, right at the base of the finger, between there and the top of the wrist. You can tap either hand. You can even switch hands while tapping.
Mm-hmm.
And we say a setup statement there. We repeat it 3 times. This is where we talk about the problem, but that we accept ourselves anyway. So even though I have this migraine coming on, I accept myself anyway. Some people can't say I accept myself, and there are options for that. I might be open to accepting myself one day. So even though I have this migraine coming on, I might be open to saying, I'm okay. 3 times you repeat your setup statement, then you go around to 8 other points on the body. Top of the head, just say a brief phrase that reminds you of the problem. This migraine headache. Eyebrow point, right where the eyebrow meets the nose. This migraine headache. Side of the eye, you follow that bone around to the side of the eye, tapping gently, especially if you're getting a migraine headache, on your head points, this migraine headache. Under the eye, still on that bone, this migraine headache. Under the nose, this migraine headache. 1 or 2 fingers. Under the chin, we call it the chin point. It's not actually on the chin. It's below the bottom lip and above the chin, right in the crease here, this migraine headache. And then the collarbone, that V notch in your collarbone, go down and out about 1 inch to either side. Find that slight indentation there. Tapping 1 or both sides, doesn't matter. You can tap with a flat palm like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just repeat your reminder phrase, this migraine headache. And then under the arm, it's on the side body, about a hand's width below the armpit, this migraine headache. And then you take a slow, calming breath. So when we tap, before we start, we estimate an intensity of our stress level or our pain level before and after, so we can measure our progress. So that's basically EFT in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help?
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely.
Okay.
That helps a lot. So it's not an either or. We combine cognitive behavior therapy with tapping.
Yes.
So this is like the next level up. As far as I'm concerned, this is the next level up from cognitive behavior therapy. So
Yes.
it's cognitive behavior therapy on steroids.
Exactly.
Steroids.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories, Terry, of a client that you've helped with EFT?
Okay, let me be especially careful to respect their privacy, but some of their
or any special story that you'd like to share.
Yeah, some of their stories just warm my heart. I heard from one client who sent me a review of the book. She sent it the text copy of what she had sent so I could see it, which was really sweet. And she was a client for a while, so she learned all the techniques, including the yoga techniques and the breathing techniques, as well as the EFT and how to incorporate all them. She replied back that she had recently been in what had been a triggering situation for her. And she used her breathing, and she used what I teach in the book is called stealth tapping, and I can show you that in a minute. To keep herself calm. She said she remained calm and she didn't overreact. She said even her husband had noticed and was impressed with her ability to remain calm. So things like that just warmed my heart. Of one nurse client who was studying for boards and she was having nightmares and not able to sleep. We brought tapping into how to reduce the stress of that, facing that exam, breathing techniques, some visualizing. She let me know how well she did on the exam and how everything went just right according to plan, how she saw it happening before the test. And she again used those stealth tapping techniques. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of stories.
Well, let's get to your book. Do you have any copy of it there?
I do.
Yay!
Yeah. So this is,
Oh, look at that, because
can
this
you
is
see
going
it
to be
okay?
launched on Tuesday, which is launch
Yep.
day.
Yep.
RX for RNs.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So this is the paperback copy. The ebook goes live on Tuesday, and then the paperback will be as soon as Amazon can incorporate the paperback version after the ebook. And I'm ready to get my boxes. I think they're en route. I'm very excited.
You should be very excited.
Yeah.
This is major
Thank
to
you.
get a
Thank
book
you.
on Amazon. So we're going to set the intention that
Mm,
this is wildly successful.
yep.
Wildly successful. This keeps selling out, so they have to.
Yeah.
Is this a print on demand, Terry?
It will be, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. That
Exactly.
everybody needs to get this book, Honest to
Yep.
Pete.
Yep. I've been working one-on-one with clients for a few years now, and I love that. I love, like I said, I love hearing back from them on how it works for them. But I do realize there's only so much of me to go around. So I wanted to write a book that shares several different tools that I've used with success and I've used with my clients with success, so that I can help more people all at the same time. I'm hoping it can reach anyone really that's experiencing the effects of chronic stress. The book includes several proven techniques, evidence-based, like EFT tapping, as well as like the breathing techniques, some guided meditations, confidence building exercises, which are really
Wonderful.
important in helping you reduce stress, some easy ways to say no, some like boundary settings. So all in the path of self-care, which we sometimes forget. Yeah.
I'm going to buy a few copies and take them to my doctor and the doctors
Oh,
downstairs from
sweet.
my office.
Sweet. That's
It's
great. I'm taking some up to Canada when we go for the personal care home where my mother-in-law is staying, for all the staff there. So, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, this is so needed. It truly is
Thank you.
in the
Thank you.
in the medical profession. Why did you dedicate this book to nurses, Terry?
Well, that one's pretty easy for me to answer. If you've ever come in contact with nurses, hopefully you haven't needed to, but maybe as friends, you know that they're very caring, they're nurturing, they're healers. Nurses and all healthcare professionals, they're under increasing stress in their important roles, and many experience sleep issues, so they're constantly exhausted, both physically and emotionally. They have eating issues. They may have some emotional distress. They may even be experiencing physical pain, which these are all results of chronic stress. So I'm thankful to have some really special nurses in my life as friends, family, and
Oh,
clients. And so I do understand what they're going through. The truth is, we all need nurses. We need them to learn the importance of self-care, so that if they take care of themselves, and they can continue taking care of others, which is their
right.
passion. I mean, that's why they do what they do.
Mhm.
So I wanted to offer this concise, it's a concise, step-by-step, really practical book that can help them manage stress and kind of rediscover that passion and the joy in their lives. And then I hope to, once the book launch is behind us, kind of start working on an online group course where we can, have small groups that'll get together to work more in depth, because there's such power in the group too.
And I want to take everybody to your book website right now. So it is called FromStressToCalm.com or RX4RNs.com. Where am I?
No, it's from stresstocalm.com. And then the book's site is /RX hyphen.
Stressed to. Okay, everybody, hold on here. I am getting to the website.
Do you want me to chat that to you?
I'm almost there. From stresstocalm.com. Let's go here. Coming up shortly. All right, everyone. This is going to be so exciting. Okay, so I'm going to go over here for just a moment so I can share my screen. I love sharing screens. Okay. So, okay, folks, here is From Stress to Calm. Now, Miss Terry, where am I going for your book?
Check your chat window.
Check my chat window. Raspberries. Okay. Can I go to the store or?
If you just at the end there, at the end of your URL.
Okay. Okay. At the end of the URL. Thank you, ma'am.
/
Okay.
RX.
Hyphen. Okay. RX hyphen.
FOR.
Hyphen.
RNs.
RNs, plural. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, folks, here we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Ta-da.
And there you go. You did
it.
Awesome, Joan.
Oh. And all I did was tap my way through it here. So here is Terry's book. Oh, please, 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 everyone. And I am going to let all the people that have been so kind to follow me on social media and
great.
you to me know about this.
Sweet.
It is so important. There's Terry talking, speaker. Yeah, I think it is so cool, Terry, that you have your master's in public health and you wrote this book. Oh my gosh, what a public health gift you are.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop sharing here and so we can get back to us. Just amazing to write this book.
Thank you.
So I know it's been 25 years since Gary Craig created Emotional Freedom Techniques, and there are lots and lots of books out there. I think this book is one of the most important, and I'm so glad that you wrote it, and I'm so honored to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joan.
Oh, my pleasure. So obviously it's going to be, since this is launch day, because I'm not putting this out until Tuesday, then to find out more about your book, that's the website that I just took everyone to. They can get their copy off of Amazon. So take your little fingers, everyone, and run on your keyboard. Do not walk and go to Amazon and get your copy.
Great. I wanted to mention too, Joan, on launch day on Tuesday, all proceeds from the sale of the ebook will be donated to a local charity here in Greenville, South Carolina called Safe Harbor. They're an organization that provides services for victims of domestic violence and their children.
Oh, so, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be sure and get mine on Tuesday.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you want our listeners and viewers to know?
Try tapping. It does look weird. Don't give up. Keep tapping. Yes. Even if you don't know the words, just keep tapping. It's okay.
Keep tapping. Now, Terry, you also are a public speaker.
Yes.
You also teach this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then the prior website that I took everyone to, people can call you if they want you to come in and teach tapping. So you are an instructor as well as an author.
Yep.
So if anybody wants to know where to find you, it is, what is your email address?
It's Terry, TERRY, at FromStressedToCalm.com.
Beautiful. Yeah. And if anybody needs to reach me, I'm all over the place, but I'm Joan at joankaler.com, and my website is tappingwithjoan.com. How original. So please, everyone who's listening, first of all, please share this with someone you love because they need this webinar. Please subscribe to my podcast, Life Without Limits, because I'm always bringing on exceptional guests. And please rate this in iTunes to raise the level so more people will find it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and just overall let people know where they can find information because life has no limits. Terry, thank you so much for being on my show today. It's just been such an honor to have you, and congratulations on the book.
Thank you, Joan. It's been an honor that you asked me. I appreciate it.
Oh, wow. So I am going to end our podcast. Hang in there. So I'll say goodbye for now, and
Goodbye for now.
goodbye for now.